Hello everyone. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see who pops into the screen um, on the group. Oh, we've got 3 already. Okay, so everybody's starting to come in. Good, great. Um, so I'm going to welcome you all to another Quilting with Tina episode. Today's episode, this is number 3, and we're going to cover the differences in the 3 corner pop tools. So as everybody comes in, please let me know where you're from and your name, so I be familiar with who's in here. And also, if you would mind hitting the like or the buttons on your screen before we get started here. Let's see who's in here. So basically what I'm doing is I am getting ready, I'm gearing you up for what's going to happen next Friday. I'm going to release my pre-sales are going to start next Friday with my book Poppin' with Wings. So we are going to be launching the pre-sales with the going through the 14th, and then starting on in December 1st we'll be shipping them out. So I'm very excited for this whole thing. So welcome, Cindy. You're a neighbor for me. I'm in Maryland, so you're in West Virginia, so we're almost neighbors. I'm just southern Maryland, so welcome. So today I wanted to go over the 3 Studio 180 corner pop tools. There are some differences in the tools and how you use them. I'm going to be brushing you up on what's the differences and how would you use them in different places. So let's get started. Has anybody used the corner pop tools, either the original one, or the second one, or the third one, or do you even have the tools? If you can let me know in the comment section if you do have them or if you don't have them, so we can basically get an idea, and if this is your first time understanding the tools. So let's go over the tools. So basically, what we're going to do, I'm going to switch screens here, and I'm going to bring up the tools. So you definitely get your instructions with these tools. Okay, we've got 2 people saying they've used the original, so you guys haven't used the new ones yet. So that's great. So we'll introduce you guys what they are like. And next week, I'm going to show you how to pop with the new tools, the 2 and the 3. So that is going to be great. Welcome, Barbara. So, you have the corner pop 2, the original corner pop. Well, the original corner pop was designed to fill corners, or in the folding corners of different things. For the folding corners blocks. So you can take this and replace this method and replace that method of the folded corners. So like I said, the tools come with the instructions, so you can refer to the table and replace whatever needs to be replaced with the instructions of the pattern. So that is something you can always refer to in your pattern instructions. Now, if you don't have these instructions anymore, they got thrown away or anything, just go to the Studio 180 Design web page and look for the corner pop tool. Underneath, you'll find a link for a section called Step by Step Instructions, and you can download the PDF. That is so cool. Not a lot of companies do that, and I love them having these, so we can put these in our into a binder and laminate them if needed to. So, just a tip for to find those instructions if you need them. Also, on the web page, if you're left-handed, on the downloads, you can go through the downloads towards the bottom. They have the left-handed diagrams for everybody to download also. So that is a wonderful tip also. So the corner pop tool was made for 90-degree corners. So you can cut your 90-degree off your your base square, whatever you're going to use as a base, and you can cut that off, replace it with a half square triangle, and then trim down. Now remember, everything that Studio 180 does is oversized, and you're going to trim it down. That's the wonderful thing about this tool when making the folded corners method, is you're going to end up not wonky or too short or too small of a corner. You're going to have a perfect corner each time because you're going to make it oversized and trimmed down. So then you just use the other side for your trim down. So if you wanted a 2-inch corner, you just line that 2-inch line across that corner. So that's basically what the corner pop original one does. And what I mean by a base unit could be anything. It could be a square, a regular square. It could be a rectangle. It could be a small half square triangle. It could be a flying geese like I do in my book. I use the flying geeses as my base. It could be a double flying geese where you have the two sewn together and you make it, or you can have the 3 even and you pop those corners also. It could be a block. So it's anything. It could be a corner beam, a V block. You name it, your base, and you can change it. So that's a fun thing to know, that you can change any of these. And that's why I wrote my book, is to inspire you to use these corner pop tools to expand your horizons with these units. So I just love how things turn out when you do it differently. When you pop those with a little bit of color, it changes the whole shape. So I'm going to talk about the corner pop 2 and 3 tools now. They came on the market about 2019, and they are a collaboration with the Running with Scissors quilters. There are 3 ladies that are certified instructors with Deb, and I think they were in the first class. And they came up with this idea of doing a little bit different corner pop tool, but keeping with everything consistently what the basics of the original corner pop was. So the corner pop 2 and 3 were developed and launched. They're fairly new, like I said, on the market. The corner pop 2 is so big. I'm gonna turn it around here so you can see the whole thing. Now the corner pop 2, we're gonna start with that one first. And so instead of the 45-degree corners, you're gonna have a 2-to-1 ratio on the 2, and a 3-to-1 on the corner pop 3, and I'll talk about this in a sec. You're just gonna basically, what that means is let me give you an example. This is a corner pop 3. Actually, that's the 2. This is 2. You have a unit that I've made. It's mirrored imaged unit here, and it's a square. It basically was off of a square. I used a 6-inch square here, and I popped a corner. Now you can pop a corner on either side, but you're basically, what you're doing for your ratio of 2 to 1 is it's going to be wider. It's going to be twice as tall and wide, and as they were wide. So that's the basics of that, and you can see what a 6-inch pop does, and this is a 4-inch pop. So that's basically what they look like. Now, they also have where you on the tool, you're going to have a replacement triangle, and they give you all the lines for those replacement triangles. The instructions also are full of diagrams and everything, right-handed and left-handed instructions, and they tell you what to look for your type 1 and type 2. I'm hoping this is not upside down. I'm not sure if this is going upside down or right side up right now. Please let me know if this is upside down or this is correct for you. I'm trying to keep this right. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to find what size you want to cut away. So I chose a 4-inch for this corner here. And you're going to know it's going to be a 2-inch cutaway. And the strip that we're going to use is a 5-inch strip that we're going to use to cut our replacement triangles here from. And you could basically get 22 out of a width of fabric. That's based off a 40-inch width of fabric. So they give you all the information just like they would with the regular corner pop or any of the other tools. So, okay. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to use this tool, and I'm going to bring a square over, and we'll say this is our right side up, and I want to pop this side of our square. So what I would do, and I'm going to do this basically because I want to show you next week how we're going to pop some of the other stuff and with the wing clippers. So what we're going to line up to pop this is we're going to line up, we know we want this to be a 4-inch, just like what we would do with the original tool. And you just line up the 4-inch lines here. Now you don't want the bold line because that's going to be a replacement. You use that on your replacement strips for the triangles. Then you're just going to cut away from your fabric here to get your pop. So then you're going to take, I grabbed the wrong ones, but we'll do this with this one here, and it's the same basic idea. This is a corner pop 3 replacement, and this would be a replacement for the corner pop. 2. So basically, I'm going to try this again. So let's take we're going to do the 6-inch. Sorry about that. So we're going to take this whole section off for the 6-inch. Now my rotary blade did not like this tool, so we're going to do this. I'm going to cut that, trim that up a little bit better. There we go. So now we have these separated. So that's basically what's going to happen. You're going to replace it. You're going to flip your base unit over. And like I said, they're oversized. I would recommend, like we do with the corner pop tools, is to sew the base unit on top so you can see your end pieces. Basically, you're going to try to center it as best as you can. Remember, these just are oversized, so it doesn't really matter too much. And then you can press these with either your seams open or press towards the base unit, or press towards the replacement triangle. And then you would take your tool again and take the cutaway area, and you're going to line that up for a 6-inch. There's a 6-inch line right here, and you're going to line that up and trim down. So that's how easy it is to make those units. So let me show you the 3 and what how they're so different in sizes. The 3 is a lot thinner tool. They all have 21. They do this for 21 different sizes on your tool for cut down for your corners. So this one is 3 times as tall as wide. So you can see on these, if I took this one that matches this one here, line this up so you could see that there is a big difference in width at the bottom of these tools. And even the smaller one, this is the same size, tall, just a little bit narrower. They're very spiky looking units. And you put them together the same exact way as you would the corner pop 2 or even the original. You build them off the different corners. So, it was upside down. Okay, thank you. I'm just now scrolling down. I'm sorry. So, I think I have it right now. So I think we're good. Welcome everybody that's come in. So you can see what the big difference is in these units. How do they look in a regular unit or block? Let's show you that now. So back to the originals. Let me clean up my mess here. I'm going to show you. This is a regular corner pop tool. This is taken from my double turbine quilt. This is a corner beam that I popped the bottom first, and I popped the sides. So that's the big difference. It shows you what you can do with these units. I pressed towards the triangles on all of these. I didn't press these open to keep with consistency, and they all work together. Show you some of these look like in the regular corner pops with the tools. These are corner pops. This is based off of this is a Blockbuster. This is Blockbuster number 17. This is Salem Star, and you can get these off the Studio 180 Design website. So you corner pop the corners here, and you're corner popping a rectangle here. You start with this piece, and you're popping different corners here. So this is a great example of the original corner pop. You can corner pop a radiant star, or Lemoyne star, sorry. Now you can see I popped these corners here on this. So I'm going to see if I can zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Sorry. There you go. That looks better. So that's what you can do with these. You can even take some of these pieces like this and pop a corner here. You could pop a corner here, so you would have matching. You would kind of finish it off a different way. Now another way to show you, just like the the double turbine unit I showed you, what I did in my groupies group, I have monthly blocks, and this month it had corner pops in it. We corner popped our corner beam. We also corner popped the corners here. So we have a little snowball right here. So that's how easy it is to corner pop these units. So what does the little ones look like? What do the corner pop 2s and 3s look like? Well, the 2s, the 3, I'm going to turn this around, and the quilt behind me is in my book. It's called Mirrored Ombre. And what you're doing is you're sewing 2 flying geese units together, and you're taking the corner pop 3 and you're popping a 3-inch pop on both sides. And they don't look, you can tell they don't look the same in this unit. So it's a big difference from this one to this one. Let's see. So let me show you what you can do with this block here. These are out of my Crystal Glacier quilt. This was my first one when the tool pop was launched. I designed this for the corner pop 3. We popped the corner beams a different way. They give them a little spiky. So everybody keeps talking, this quilt looks like it should be paper pieced. It's not. It's easy to do with a corner pop tool. You just got to stay very organized, and you'll have no problems making this quilt. I had a couple of students at my local quilt shop finish their quilt on their own. They went through the instructions, and they said the instructions were so easy to follow because I have so many diagrams that they followed the diagrams, and it was easy for them to finish their quilts after the class was over. So if they forgot something, they referred back. So we, like I'm saying, we corner popped these corner beams, and we corner popped this unit right here. This was a square. What we did is we popped these 2 sides first, and then on the opposite side we reversed it and we popped the other side. So this is a unit right here. And we continue those in this side of this block. And you can see how well they match up, the seams match up with these to make your points for this quilt. Again, this is from my Crystal Glacier quilt. This was the first time I ever used the tool, and it was so easy to do. I pressed the seams open in all of these here. Yeah, I pressed all the seams open. And it does make an more accurate cut when you're trimming down with this. So basically, that's about it. Is there any more questions on these tools and the differences? Again, there are differences in these tools. You just got to know what side you want to cut down. And in my patterns, I let you know what your size you're going to cut down also. So these are the 3 tools, what they look like with them popped all on one side. Now in my book, I do cover how to use the tool. Let me show you here. This is a basic idea of that the book looks like. It's very easy to read. I marked that page. I give you a picture of the diagram of the tool with the different sections of the tools. These are just for the corner pop 2s and 3s. I don't use the regular original in here. And then I go into the general instructions, giving you picture diagrams of how to use the tools for left-handed and right-handed. So it's easy to follow. Also, I let you know in this chart what sizes we use in this book and give you different hints and notes also. For you get type 1 here and then type 2 here, and then it goes into how to assemble the blocks also. So there is full of instructions, and when you get to a pattern such as my asterisk star quilt, I show you what the units look like. But when we get to here, we get to know where the replacement triangles, we cut all of those. And then we get into the instructions of how to make the units. And I also I let you know what page to find the images on for your to help you refer back to for the units. So I've really put my time and effort into putting pictures into this book for you to refer back so you don't get confused. Everything is, numbers are written in bold. They're diagrammed out, as you can see. So any other questions? There's a basic idea of what the book is going to look like for you and for instructions. And that's how the difference is in the tools. Okay. So next week I want to demonstrate how to pop the flying geese units. I'm going to show you several different types of flying geese units that we use in the book and how I go about. I'll step you through how to some of them are made. So that's the basic idea what we're going to be doing next week. Same time, same place. So if you have any other questions, please go ahead and pop them in. Thank you, Barbara. I hope you enjoyed this and can understand how the tools work. All you have to know is is to look in your instructions on your pattern to refer back to them. Deb's got videos out there for you also on the Studio 180 design. On the if you look underneath the tools, she has instructions. She also has instructions out on YouTube. So if you need to refer back to, should I look into getting the corner pop 2, 3, 3, and the book? So do you want? Are you asking if you get? It depends. The book is divided into 4 different patterns. So let me show you. The book depend. This is projects that use the corner pop 2. So you have 4 different projects that use this, and then towards the other half of the book, you have 4 more, but these use the corner pop 3. So I separated them out for you all in the book. So I will be having, I'll have these tools on sale on my website when the book goes to pre-sale. So you can pre-order your tools also. So watch for next week, next Thursday. And I'll remind you next week to watch for that in our getting into, where you can find the sale and everything. If you want to get updated, sign up for my in the link section, the description section in above. You'll be able to find a link for my newsletter. I will be sending out my newsletter, and I'll be also advertising right here on Facebook when my book is released for pre-sales. So, any more questions? If not, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off so you can go. Many of us are ready to go getting ready for our dinners. Mine's probably a couple more hours because my husband's still working, and I need to feed the dogs. So, because they're actually wanting food. So, thank you for joining me today. It's a pleasure to see you all here. I see people coming back, so I must be not rambling too much. So thank you, and I will see you next week. Same right here, same time, same place, 4:00 Eastern time, right here on the Quilting Affection Design webpage. Thank you, and everybody have a good night and a good week. Bye.